This is SafeWord, an online platform for our audience to learn education in kink and BDSM. My name is Remy DeBow. I am your host.
And I am your second host, Aurora Storm.
Uh, you know the man behind the mask. It's Kane Marcos.
And it's your girl, Miss Sasha Lyncher, rounding out the group.
Yes. So if you've been watching our page, we haven't had a whole lot of videos. It's been the holidays. So we've had a lot of pop-up lives. Y'all can watch that. And we may have more pop-up lives. This is a pop-up live right now. We're popping up. So
Welcome
We here now.
a special edition of
Exactly.
Safe Word. This is a pop-up live for you guys. We normally do them earlier in the day, so you're looking for us then. Now we're bringing you a pop-up when it's dark, popping up after dark.
After
So-
dark.
Mhm.
So
We
Kane,
have a
I know you want to tell people the something. Well, what you got? Because normally you say the link in the description box, but we didn't have a video this week. So what you got to tell the people?
Oh man, y'all need to catch up. So if you guys don't follow us regularly, and if you guys are new to this page, we got a lot of great content out there. So make sure that you're going back and checking out all of our previous videos.
Yes.
You know, you might learn a thing or two. So
Exactly. So Sasha always introduces our pop-up lives because this has been our road to Kinkmas. We're coming up on the new year. This is like our New Year's Eve bash.
Right.
But Sasha's going to explain to us exactly what we doing today. What we doing?
Yes, today we're going to talk about how, 2020 has been a dumpster fire for all of us for several reasons.
Mm.
We're going to, those are going to be the things that shall remain nameless because we all have experienced them this year.
Right.
But we're going to talk about how we've used our private time, our kink time, to help us get through this period and what has kink taught us and how it's brought us through this dumpster fire of a year. So I brought, we all came together because we wanted to share some
We're all here.
information about this year and how we've grown and flourished through kink. Okay.
Yes.
So who wants to start? Who wants to take?
I
the
think
revolution.
you have a great question to intro this.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Well, since
why
said that.
don't you impart us with some of your wisdom?
Okay, so I'm sure on some level we've all had to quarantine this year. It's inevitable. I'm gonna have to talk about it. We've had to quarantine. We've had to modify our entire lifestyle.
Yeah.
And and some people, kink is a part of their lifestyle, and whether it's a 24/7 situation or an indulgent that kind of helps you. Helps your mental health. Some people very much so express themselves physically. I know it's a part of my love language, even for myself. So with that being said, I want to ask everyone, what has kink done for you, or what have you learned about yourself or entertained yourself? How have you been creative sexually to get you through quarantine?
Ooh. Let's hear from one of the boys. What you
Don't be too quick to talk, because I know we've all had
I know,
either
right?
live-in situations or even by yourself.
Even
I'm
by yourself,
excited.
yes.
I don't know. I think it's been really it's been really lonely. Quarantine's definitely shown me just how to get along without having the revolving door that we normally have. So it's just kind of getting by to go by. And yeah, like I would just say it's been super lonely. Just
Mhm.
nothing really popping off like it was used to. Everybody kind of playing it really shy, playing it really cordial, playing it really cautious. Everybody's got their own reasons. You've got people that don't believe in the pandemic that are still all gung-ho about it, and then you have people that are just like, oh, I really want to, but I've got too much at stake to risk anything else. And so it's kind of just been a weird game of double dutch.
Yeah.
So with you
Mhm.
saying that, let me ask you a question. So with it feeling lonely and kind of not being almost a feeling confident in your placing, because it sounds like your placing is very much so a part of your lifestyle on a day-to-day. So with it feeling lonely and almost feeling not comfortable, how have you tried to combat that? What things have you tried to practice to kind of get yourself out of that funk?
Great question.
Well, I wouldn't say anything's uncomfortable. I think it's just abnormal. I mean,
Right.
like you have like a normal routine, you have a schedule, and a lot of things within, the kink and BDSM community operate on a schedule,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of free time, free planning, just kind of like, oh, I feel like being kinky today. Let's, see what we can get ourselves into.
I feel like being
It's
kinky today.
So with that even intrigues me more because I would say I'm kind of on a vanilla mindset with, okay, you said that kink is it's not like an on and off kind of thing. It's all like an always thing. So um how do you try to combat that? Because it sounds like with the BDSM, it's more of a mental thing, and you need that kind of rigorous regiment and point system. How does one maneuver without that? Because that sounds like it's a tether for that life.
Sweetheart, I got more games than Milton Bradley. I figure out ways to.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
So just because I can't be physical doesn't mean I can't be present. Like I'll get in there. I'll find different
Mic
ways
drop.
of getting
Mic drop.
inside a head.
It's too early. You can't.
Yo, in the first 10 minutes of the show, just
Don't
straight up
let out.
mic drop.
That's my
Like,
job.
we play. Quarantine ain't stopped playing. It just changes the way we play.
So real quick, I just want to say hi to Roy. Can everybody say, hey, Roy?
Hey, Roy.
Hey, Roy.
Hey, Roy.
Okay. And here's the other piece of it. He said, this is why I like your guys' videos. It gives me something to do during quarantine. So thank you,
Hey.
Roy.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. So no, like Remy, I'd love to know what you're doing during quarantine to keep your sexy, kinky self alive, your dom side alive.
Well, my mother done raised me to be a gentleman. I can't, discuss
Oh
yeah,
goodness.
these type of. Nah, I'm just playing. I'll tell
Like,
you
what are
all
you
of the
doing on
nasty
this
shit.
channel?
You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. What am I doing? Well, I've been very busy, so most of the time I try and maintain it. Do little things slowly but surely that keeps adding up. Eventually, that'll create some type of ambiance for me. Um, I'm very environmental when it comes to certain things, so sometimes you don't really have the time to be able to, uh, I guess, do what you have to do, but
Right.
but you make it work some way somehow. You move things around and you know do what
It's
you got to
definitely been
do.
a great opportunity for like networking and getting some stuff together and reaching out to some new
Right.
clients and,
Well,
just finding new ways. So
well,
That's
and
true.
see, so for me, quarantine has actually helped me because long hours in the dungeon isn't always that fun. But when you can do it from home through
you're doing it
text
wrong.
messages, bam!
Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
You're doing something wrong because it's always fun.
Oh no,
You
there's
find
levels
what you
to
love
this
and you'll never work
stuff.
a day in your life. Like
Well,
simple as
I'm
that.
just saying, like them long hours. I mean, I know Mr. Remy's worked in a dungeon. I know that Mr. Kane has worked in a dungeon. We gonna get Sasha to work in the dungeon. Watch this. So keep watching our show. I'm telling you, we're taking this
Who
baby
knows
through it.
what may happen this coming year?
They will be
Hey,
traveling and taking this baby through it.
we're gonna negotiate that for her right now. So
Right. He's like, I'm on there. So like, what are you willing to
what
do?
was it that you would like done to you?
We had other questions on the board. We're talking about kink what kink has brought
I'm
We're
us.
still
sorry.
talking about kink. We are still talking
Us.
about kink.
We still
No,
talking
we weren't
about
talking
kink here.
about Sasha. We were talking about how kink has us.
She's
as
like,
a
no, don't bring up
collective.
Sasha, okay?
Right. Sasha. No, we wanted to talk to everyone about how they help themselves.
So like, okay, so I was still
I knew
talking
that
about
was gonna get you uncomfortable. I had to mess with you.
I just like to keep y'all guessing because we can't put the pressure on me all the time. I know it feels nice to put the pressure on me all the time.
Hey, we was trying.
Y'all
We was
like
just trying.
squirm, okay?
Trying to
Y'all
pull.
can-
We was trying to
we
pull
should-
some
hey,
information
Kane,
out you.
Kane, we should have done a safe word of the day. I'm just saying. We should
Yeah,
have done a
we
safe
should.
word of the
That's
day.
why there's second
I said no safe word of the
season,
day.
'cause you
That was
guys
my
want
bad.
So if you
I'm
follow our
sorry,
show,
viewers.
usually we have a safe word of the day. We did not develop one for today, but I'm going to create one right now. Today's safe word of the day is resolution.
Ah, there we go. Resolutions. Can we do the imagination hands with that?
Resolution.
Oh no, not imagination hands,
No.
just like broad horizons, just resolutions.
Okay, resolutions.
Resolutions. There you go.
Like the more you know, you gotta sweep it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm using the force.
And it will be with you.
You do not want that pizza.
Yes, I do. We gonna wash the force away. I want the pizza. I want it. No, ma'am, I want the pizza.
I want the pizza. But
yeah,
no,
do I get spanked if I get it?
yeah, exactly. Hello?
I want pizza. Wait, it's my turn to answer what it did.
Wait,
for
hold
me.
on. I hadn't finished yet, though.
Oh
Mama.
no, okay.
Hold up, because
Oh,
you know
God, this mouse
it's
is
My
so-
church
to the
finger. I'll
internet.
put my church finger down.
I know, right? Oh, I'm gonna need you to just okay. It's my turn now. No. So, anyways, what I was saying was, it's been better for me with quarantine because those situations. It's been a little bit easier. It's not as much connection though. It's not as deep. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always deeper in person. You can always push the boundaries a little bit further in person. You can, understand and see what that person is going through, so you know how to move in it.
So with that, do you like it more, it being less deep, or do you miss it? Because some people like that connectivity for some reason.
It depends on who I'm in a placing with.
Okay.
Some people are definitely better. Like I'm completely content being in a text message, you know what I'm saying? Or a FaceTime or something like that to help people through their things.
Right.
But for me, especially with certain people, like that one-on-one, that connection is needed. You know what I mean? And quarantine has kind of stopped that. So
yeah. Okay. It's almost like those certain relationships you feel like you need to nurture those subs a little bit more.
Right.
And some of your subs kind of autopilot. You know how to dish.
Exactly.
So okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool to come from like a perspective of someone who is in the field like 24.
Yeah. 24.
Yeah, I'm kind of an extrovert. In a way, I need to be out, and I need to reach out and touch
Reach out to people. Yeah.
Right.
somebody.
So the at-home aspect hasn't been really
and that's what a lot of this stuff is. I mean, BDSM, kink. I mean, you can do it with the T's and just verbal communication. But it doesn't always hit the same. It doesn't always solve the issues that you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it doesn't
or the
give you
kink that kind of
satisfaction.
I think everyone, in my perspective, my humble perspective and opinion, I think we all have certain kinks, whether they would be classified as kink, something you like to be rubbed, you like to be touched, you like to be tickled. You know what I'm saying? We all have our certain thing that give us that extra, I felt that. And during this time, I feel like we're not getting that. You kind of have to, you have to practice self-restraint with certain things. And it's, I will say for me, it's been really hard this year to not have that kinetic feeling from people.
Yeah,
like a hug and a touch.
We got a church
Can
finger.
I hold up the church finger?
We got a church finger.
Yeah.
All right. See, but there's also something good about that, because that goes back into the whole tease and denial aspect.
Yeah.
Because now when you actually do receive that touch, that feel, it becomes that much more powerful.
Yeah.
So to piggyback on your piggyback, I'm a sapiosexual too. So tease, build up, things of that nature, and
verbal communication should be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting fed a different way now because I am, learning people's willingness, because willingness for me is very much so a turn on. So if you can't keep it kinky with me through this way, then maybe this isn't the play scene or play partner that I thought it was going to be. Or hell, even with myself, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a 24 situation or anything. I don't have like a master or anything right now. So I'm very much so connected with myself, but I practice kink with myself. I don't wait for a partner. So if it's peaking, if it's, I've used this time, honestly, to stop rushing through my finale. I don't want to rush the show.
I think it's really just kind of teaching us how to be a little bit more flexible. I mean, as a dom, you have to be very flexible in and of itself, just because, every scene is going to be like a limbo as to, when you're going to hit those boundaries. Sometimes you hit them earlier than others, so for me, it's just like, you know, the live-ins, the regulars, my frequent flyers, I don't get as much interaction with them, you know, during this time. But it doesn't mean that I've got no communication with them whatsoever. It doesn't mean I'm not still seeing them. It doesn't mean that, you know, they're out getting, you know, what they need from somewhere else. You know, they're still coming to me.
Yep.
We're still in constant contact. It's
Yep.
just, you know, it's not as personal and it's not as frequent as before. So, I mean,
Does that
sometimes you
change
just
up
got to
the
be like,
situation?
sometimes you just got to be like, are you sniffling? No, get the hell out of here.
Right. Exactly. See, you touched it. You touched it right there. Does that change the emotion level with it, if any?
That's a great question.
When the dynamic of the sub relationship changes, does the ownership level, does that change? Does it hit different for an owner? Is that the right term?
Yes and no. I mean, yes, in the aspect that it's
it.
just like I said, you're trying to stay flexible. So I mean, yeah, there's going to be some changes, there's going to be some curveballs, and you're going to have to deal with them. You know, as they come, you're going to have to cross a lot of bridges when you get to them. You know, we're going to put that
Such a
fire
man
out.
answer, not answering the question.
Oh, I'm a master at it, but no, for real, just
I would dance.
He throwing curveballs. You ain't hear it? He said that.
no, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, you know, you don't get that frequent interaction and you're asking, you know, how does that affect you? And to be honest, like I said, as long as you're staying flexible, it shouldn't break you. It shouldn't be like the end all be all and just, oh God, what do I do with my day? Because this is what I would usually do. You kind of just got to carry on business as usual. When you get to that playtime, yeah, it's always going to be more special. But then as a dom, you have to ask yourself, if playtime is extra special just because they haven't had it in a while, what are you doing wrong that every time isn't as special? Where are you lacking in bringing the magic that it's, you know, that, hey, this was a lot better this time, and I don't know whether it's because I was longing for it, you know, like distance makes the heart grow fonder kind of situation, or is it like, hey, you know, you were extra on it today? Is it because you got more rest? Is it because, you know, you had some more downtime? It's like, no, like
just, it's more mutual probably because the buildup is there.
It becomes a science experiment. You start breaking down and analyzing what made it so good. You know what I mean? And then after that, it's like, how can you repeat that process?
Well, and that also becomes that could go into a whole other topic.
That's bad because then you go chasing rainbows.
Because then you're always searching for that next. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think that's something that we can touch on because that can go that can
far.
that could be a whole video, a whole conversation.
That would be something we have to get some like
addictive. BDSM is addictive.
And
really have to have some links to support that and some like psychologists, some studies from psychologists and stuff to support that because sexual stimulation, it's a part of the brain stem, how it reacts. It does something for you. So with kink, it's you're unlocking a different side of your brain in a different way it's receiving things and information. So when you do venture off into fulfilling yourself in a different way, like kink or BDSM, and it becomes to be an extreme and it becomes to almost become an addiction because you're trying to chase. Like there's an episode of Black Mirror, a doctor had the receptor. I don't know if anyone watches the show, but he could feel what his patients were going through. And it was so exciting to him. He was chasing death.
Right.
To the point where he wanted to feel pain. He inflicted it on himself. So when you chase the dragon so much.
And it's a natural human emotion that you can become, you know, addicted to that adrenaline rush, addicted to that thrill, that buildup, whatever it is that you guys are practicing within your play scenes. And you've got to learn to have a cool down. And that's what aftercare is about. We're going to have a whole video on it.
Yeah.
Aftercare, talking about it, that kind of thing, so that you can deprogram from what just happened. And you're not always searching for that within your life. So,
yes. We went all off topic for me to do
So to move back on to topic, because this is supposed to be fun, and we got into some mental health and
you know, that's what happens.
I'm saying we deep thinkers up in here. Y'all gonna have to roll with us.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a lot deeper as you watch our lives. We plan on getting a whole lot deeper and asking those tough questions that nobody wants to answer. And that's why we're building a Patreon. So you guys need to be paying attention, because when we drop that Patreon, you are not gonna want to miss it, because it's unfiltered, unedited, just for you as a member. Right. And so we can come there and we can really express things. We can really explain to you guys what you do, how you do it, that whole thing. We've got a lot of things planned for the new year. So
we ain't gotta hold our tongue.
Right. So with speaking in the new year, so like kink in the new year, what are things you want to do or that you have never tried before that you may want to try this year? So let's call this our kink New Year's resolution. Something you've never tried before. What's something you want to try? Who's
All
one?
right, so
Come on, don't all
I'll
jump
go.
at once.
No, I got you. So my job, what I used to do before, I was in a calibration, and we used to mess around with a lot of really small electrical parts. Every now and again, you make a slip up, or like you have too much sweat on your hand, you'll get zapped, you'll get tagged, you'll feel a little electrical stimulation. Something that I kind of want to get into is maybe try an electrical stimulation a little bit more. I mean, it's a little bit more low key of a fetish, but I mean, it still exists. It's still out there. I know there's a gentleman over on the East Coast that has one of the only like certified electrostimulus machines for kink and BDSM. And a lot of people come from far and wide just to be, just to engage and experience that type of stimulation.
So here's a question. Wait, real quick. Just to clarify, do you want to do it to someone or you want to have it done to you?
I am a dom through and through. I'm not going to put a sub through anything that I'm not willing to go through myself.
There we go.
I'll bite the bullet, and I kind of want to try it. And electricity is something that scares the hell out of me. I mean, I come from a family of electricians, and one of my first experiences was I had an electrical outlet that busted the faceplate and recessed into the wall. And I was like, oh, damn it. And so I got my hand in there and I gripped that outlet like it owed me money.
No.
Right. And so there's this thing called the 60 Hertz Shuffle. I was doing that. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's intriguing, like if somebody had like an electrolysis machine or electrostimulus machine, you'd want to try it. Like, yo, give me like 5 volts. Like, just let me see what 5 volts is.
So you
definitely want to give that a shot. It's something I definitely want to experiment with in the new year.
I've been a conductor with like lightning, thunder, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I was in Atlanta. I was in the South, getting in the car. It was pouring rain. I had the key in the ignition, foot out the car, lightning hit, and I felt it in the car. It didn't kill me, but I felt the current to conduct through my body because the battery in the car didn't start after that. So.
Oh shit! So you actually got hit with lightning.
Yeah, it hit the water and it conducted. So
right,
yeah,
I
did.
That explains so much.
It explains so little. It explains very little.
Resolution.
Oh, man.
But I said that to say this. It did definitely. It does make you feel a certain type of way. So I could see how you became intrigued by feeling that.
All right. That's what's up. So she's been struck by lightning. Kane wants to be struck by lightning. Baby, what you want?
Right, what you doing?
All right,
what you got going on?
I'm not gonna go fly a kite with a key on it. I mean, I want a machine where it can be controlled.
Stimulation in a controlled environment.
I'm not trying to let Mother Nature say, like, I think you can take 20,000 volts. You got this.
So I could take a lot. So y'all know that. Oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have said that.
I've had my time with some electro stimulation. I've had fun with that. I've played with that before. But I'm an artist, so I want to do something that I've always thought about doing, but never really had the space for it, or I want to play in some paint.
Well, I'm an artist too, so I think we're gonna have to get a safe word art thing going on.
So, yeah,
where we have a whole series. Y'all stay tuned because I got some ideas.
Yeah,
Mr. Remy over there is an amazing artist, so y'all stay tuned.
I think it would be fun if we, when we do our pop-ups and we start giving you content together, maybe we should do a body paint challenge.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah. No. Getting models and painting them. Yeah.
Let's not.
That would make a great Patreon. Kane, can you see it? You just standing there with like some hot woman, just like, I'm gonna body paint you now, even though I can't paint.
With latex.
I mean, I could stand there with a hot woman and not have to paint. I mean,
like,
you're asking me to like step way out of my comfort zone and like. Be artistic. Yeah.
Be artistic. Yes. Hello.
You could do
No,
it.
when I try to create art, it ends up coming out like autistic. Like it's all kinds of bad.
Okay, did nobody tell you to come over here
No,
showing
just
out
paint.
tonight,
Just
trying to
just
drop the
paint.
mic all night?
Just paint shapes. Or put numbers all over the body, and then just
Right.
paint them
Paint by a
different
number.
Mine's gonna
I'll
be
by
mark it off.
numbers.
mine's gonna be
Yeah.
like just like calligraphy all over it. And it's gonna be like
Yeah,
spank me
calligraphy,
here,
there
and it's
you
gonna
go.
look really pretty.
Okay, so a kink resolution for you, Miss Sasha. What do you want to try within the new year?
With the new year, I would say I want to trying to get out of my comfort zone, I guess, and I'm starting to find out that I am more of a kinkster than I am a vanilla kind of person.
Right.
And
Yep.
I'm starting to learn about myself that I like negotiations and they're very important. So I'm starting to learn that just casual dating isn't really for me. Being on casual sites, just talk, it's not it for me. I'm not a how you doing kind of girl, like what's your favorite color? Let's get to the point, and within our negotiation, things will naturally have its course. So this year I want to be kind of more upfront and kind of give that kink side a little bit more attention, because I'm learning I'm not vanilla, and vanilla concepts aren't hidden for me, and this is going to hit different. And playing more with things outside of my box. I've been vanilla for the most part. I've just gotten into toys and new things like that, because
The whole
being
new vibe, you know.
being in quarantine, I've had to learn how to not be sick of myself. I've learned how powerful I am in quarantine. I've gotten through a lot through quarantine, and I honestly have turned myself on a lot more in quarantine. So
Yeah.
if I nurture myself, then I could be better useful for any and everybody else. So
This is true.
letting kink guide me into a deeper Sasha. That's what
Right.
I'm gonna do
That's
this year.
perfect. See, I love that. Kink guiding you into a deeper Sasha. So for me, mine's very surface level. That was so deep. Y'all had
Yeah,
some deep ass
Sorry,
shit.
y'all.
Okay, so look, what I want to learn within the new year is how to do them Japanese tie-up rope trick things, like the
Ooh.
shikari and the I want to learn that. I want someone to teach me all those really cool tie-up. They're very intricate. They're very artistic. I want to learn how to do that. So if there's somebody
You
else
want to
who
be
wants teach
taught?
me,
I
let me
want to.
know.
That's
I
easy.
want to be taught too.
I've got
It's
a
not
lot
that
of toys.
difficult.
I've got a lot of toys in my bag. I've done a lot of things. Okay. So, and that
You
is
want to
one of
hang
those
from
things that I
you want,
haven't slowed down enough to actually sit and be taught the right way.
The
I mean,
technique.
yeah, the technique. Cause like I can basic tie up. Cool. Sure. You want to be tied down. Cool. But like those intricate rope ties and the fact that they make patterns. And I mean, that is all a turn on
the
too. If you
vests
can
and
do
all
those
that.
things. I mean, it's not even
It's so
only just
deliberate. It's very sexy.
right. And so it's not even just a turn on for the person it's being done to, but it's also for me personally, it would be a turn on because I am artistic. So
Mhm.
it's like seeing something visual that I created on someone else's body and then they're
It's like
enjoying
wrapping
it.
a stone in real life.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what I want. That's my New Year's resolution kink challenge. So with saying that and saying our resolutions, okay, we're going to take it to safe word now. Okay. So I want to hear what everybody has to say. One is a two-part question. Okay. How do you view safe
Oh
word
no,
for you
let's do one at
personally?
a time.
How do you view safe word for you personally? And where do you see safe word going in the next year? Remy, go.
Kink.
Remy's like,
You hear this?
those
You
dudes
hear
ain't
this
gonna help
shit?
you out. They ain't gonna help you out, son.
You telling them? She funny, ain't she? I thought you was funny, but she funny. Yeah,
Ready, Remy,
they
go.
agree. All right, so wait. Well, the first question was
Well, how do you view safe
how do
word?
I view safe word?
Yeah, what is safe word to you?
Man, safe word is awesome. Safe word, it's a freeing moment. Like it's 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 when I actually feel free to be able to discuss and talk about things that you normally don't talk about in your personal life, like with regular random people. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a way to be able to just it's an outlet. You know, it's just it makes it makes me feel good to really be able to sit here and conversate and talk to you guys. That's how I feel.
All right. And where do you see SafeWord going in the next year?
Oh man. In it in the next year, see, I be thinking about different eclogues, man. I'm trying to build a whole like website community, like with forums and everything. I just want to do so much more with that with safe word.
With SafeWord. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. I like it. I like it.
Awesome.
Miss Sasha, you want to take the next one?
Okay. So what is safe word for me?
Mhm.
Safe word, like what Remy said, it's a way where I can, it's a place I can be myself. Um, I don't feel like anyone is expecting me to do anything else but give you guys this content that I'm giving you guys. And in my regular life, I think I'm expected to give that content, but not be allowed to be myself. So here at Safe Word, you guys can get all of me. You can get my brains, my beauty, my fun, bubbly personality, my creativity. And hopefully I am using this seat that I have, that I've been blessed to have, to help people feel the same, feel like they somebody, don't feel like they're weird. The other people think the same things that they're thinking, and there's other people who look like you talking about them, and come here because hi, we're here. We're here.
Yes, exactly. So where do you see SafeWord going in the next year?
Safe word, I see it going places together, going meeting people, and bringing you guys new experiences together. We'll be doing stuff for the first time while y'all watch us do it for the first time.
Yeah.
Miss Aurora wants to learn how to hentai tie. We're learning it together. You guys can see us do stuff together. We want to see each other and bring you guys new things that you guys be asking us that you want to see. You want to see a sex museum, we can go find one for you guys. You guys want to hear different people on the street and what they have to ask you sexually, and answer those questions. We want to bring you guys fun stuff. So I know I see that coming in the near future.
Well, certainly some fun,
All
some
right,
fun
Mr. Kane.
content. I want to walk through a mall.
Yeah, exactly. I wanna be out in Vegas during the AVN Awards. We can get in
Let's
some trouble
get
out
it.
there.
Let's
I've got a whole idea. We will talk about this later so that our viewers know what's coming.
Yeah.
Eventually. But
I
we
have
gonna
an
keep you
idea of
in suspense.
an adult Olympics, but we're gonna do it with different.
Yes.
There's ideas. There's ideas.
I love
Baby
it.
oil, latex.
Yes, I
ball
love
gag
it. Get
ball.
enough people participating. And see, this is where you, the viewer, if you guys wanted to participate in these things, we'll have these events. Y'all can come out, show up, show out, be on our Safe Word channel. I'm telling you, it's coming. We've got things worked out. We've got 3 seasons written up. So prepare to see our faces.
Wait, what type of Olympic events are we talking about
No,
here?
okay, we're gonna pause you on that one because I still want to hear what
Marathons?
I want to hear what Kane has to say about what he thinks about Safe Word.
Yes, let's hear Kane.
Oh man, safe word.
How do you
Safe
view
word's
Safe
just
Word?
been safe word's just been an awesome opportunity. Like just to be able to connect with our audience, be able to, grow a following and start to be more relevant and, just gaining traction. I definitely see us within the next year or two, hopefully sooner than later, just like, hey guys, tune into Safe Word on Netflix, in summer 2021.
Boom.
Like working on contracts. Like we're gonna see you guys on a network. You guys are gonna be able to, check shout us out to your friends and family and be like, oh, it's not just a YouTube channel anymore. It's gotten bigger than that. So I really look forward to like just this, conglomerate just expanding and doing stuff like traveling, doing stuff like hosting events, putting stuff on, and just having, drawing the crowd. So, but for right now, I'm just loving the opportunity, being able to talk to you guys, hang out with you guys, shoot the breeze every now and again, take a couple of comments, and just answer some questions. I mean, this for me, what the appeal to that drew me in was being able to educate people that otherwise would never know anything about this.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, for the more experienced crew, we're happy you're here. We love you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for, fact checking us. Thank you so much for keeping us, honest, all that stuff. But really what we're here for, or what I'm here for, is that new member. I'm here for that newbie that amateur, that person who hasn't ever tried anything before and is looking to delve into something without so much of the backlash, the hate, the negativity surrounding all of it. And, you know, just being able to guide them through it, walk them through it. And hopefully one day, you know, we're walking the AVNs or, you know, just out in Vegas and someone says, oh my God, if it wasn't for you and your page, you know, like I'd, you know, never known this about myself, or I never would have experimented with this. I mean, we got viewers already that tell us, you know, if it wasn't for SafeWord, I'd have taken my own life a long time ago. So, I mean, that one person right there, you're what we do this for. And I can call this whole thing a success just based on you. So, you know, a lot of love to all of you guys, our audience. You're what we're here for. So.
Dang, I don't know how I follow that up. I really don't know how I follow that up. I mean, really, honestly, that was perfect. I really can't add much more to it, except for that I view SafeWord as so much more than a YouTube channel. It's a place that we can come together, grow, and learn from each other. And just from each other. If no one else is watching us, each other, we learn, and we're growing with every video release, every live that we do, every group interaction that we do to creatively express to each other. We're learning how to communicate with each other. We're learning, you know, how to grow from certain situations, that kind of thing. But first and foremost, I see SafeWord as a business. Like, this is going to be huger than YouTube. I'm already calling it into the universe, into the ether. Okay. But I love being on YouTube, and I love the people that come to visit. You had your turn. You gonna wait, sir.
Mama said.
Jeez,
I'm sorry. I already know what he's gonna say. I already know what he's gonna say.
While I'm talking.
Oh God, she said not today.
It's bothering me.
My train of thought.
I feel like a crackhead right now. Bothered me.
That Dom hand kick.
The grammar Nazi in him is gonna let it lie.
So yeah, no.
Huger? What is huger? That's what I want to know. What is huger?
What is huger? Lots of things. Like, I mean, if you could say SafeWord was on Netflix, if you could say SafeWord was on Prime, if you could say SafeWord was on, you know, Direct TV, whatever it is, BET, MTV, you know, that gives you validity. That gives you, you know, a whole hell of a lot of other things. And you sitting there telling somebody you have a YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. Even if you're making money off of your YouTube channel, even if you're opening up the community for everyone, it's different when you go to tell people that you have a YouTube channel versus something else where it's a major streaming service. Because I won't even say networks, because networks don't really hold much anymore, you know? But just, I want to get our channel to a point, even if it's on YouTube, to a point where it's helping the masses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Where you can come, you can explore, you can laugh with us, you can, because we are all people, okay? Like, do not feel hesitant to reach out to any one of us. All of our info is usually in the description box. And I usually put like the SafeWord IG in there. But from the SafeWord IG, you can find Sasha, you can find Remy, you can find Kane, you can find me. We all have our own separate IGs. We're willing to talk to you. We're willing to reach out. We're willing to have conversations.
It's true.
And this is what we're here for. I mean,
just use proper grammar.
Yeah, use proper grammar. Yes, Remy gets scolded on the regular.
Ask questions. We'll research it for you. We'll never tell you we don't have an answer. We won't ever tell you we haven't seen the situation or it's odd. It's not. Yeah, we'll help you guys. However, that's
at the very least, if you come to us with something we don't know, hell, we'll learn it together. I mean, I'm curious.
For you. We'll find
if you need somebody to talk to, we are here for you guys. We want you guys to ask questions so we can have it in a public forum, because, you know.
And here's the thing, like,
we're in constant contact with each other. So if we don't, if one person don't know something, we're always talking amongst each other. Hey, you know, I got this question, and I'm trying to figure it out. Hey, could you tell me, you know, you got any experience in this particular type of situation? Because I don't have that experience. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to get this, even if it's not on a network or whatever, I want to get it to a level where people are feeling comfortable with exploring, where people can sit there and look at this show and go, that person looks like me. That person's attractive. Oh, people that are attractive are in kink, because the only example that we have for kink on a major network is something like Real Sex back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And it really showed like a different type of people in society, and that's all they showed as far as who was into kink. But there's so many other people out there that are into kink, and it's just discreet, you know.
To piggyback on you, like I guess we're the people that aren't scared to show you guys that it's not going to ruin our lives, it's not going to ruin our careers, our livelihood, being a human.
We all have outside things outside of this, and it could potentially, like, you know, I mean, you could catch backlash, but if you're comfortable with who you are, bring it out. Let your freak flag fly.
Right. And
you're trying to make it to where it's not as taboo,
right?
As people perceive.
It's not just older couples. It's not just people in leather that are willing to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? No offense to anybody watching or anything, but you know, I think there's just, you know, that middle ground that's not exposed.
That needs to be bridged.
Correct.
There's a gap that needs to be bridged, and that's what SafeWord's here for.
Yeah, there's a gap that needs to be bridged.
There's a gap that needs to be bridged.
All right. Well, with all that being said, I mean, I got a question for you guys. So, what, if any, have like your opportunities gotten bigger since you've got into the kink or BDSM community, or like have you lost out on opportunities because of this lifestyle? Like, what are just some ways that this has impacted you positively, and what are some ways that this has impacted you negatively? If at all. I mean, if you know you ain't never been thrown out of a church because people recognize you, then
why at church? The deacon will be like, "Hey, I know you. You look familiar."
Well, no, I said that to the deacon, and that's why I got thrown out. So,
if I look familiar, we must be in the same wavelength. Then what up, Deacon?
We see each other, Deacon.
So, who wants to take this question? Has it stopped you? Has it not gained you some opportunities? Is that the basic question?
Like, has it helped you get a foot in the door somewhere, or has it like shut a door in your face? Like,
there we go.
I see. Okay.
I won't say that. Okay, I'll answer. I won't say that it's shut any doors or it hasn't affected me in any way, because like I said, me personally in my day-to-day life, I'm more of a business person, and people kind of look at me like Sasha, like my avatar. Me being sexy is how everybody else views me. So I guess SafeWord has been an avenue for me to just be more confident, I guess. And it's translating outside of SafeWord. So now I'm moving kind of in my creative space a little bit more confidently. And I'm, like I said, it's giving me way more opportunities. It hasn't been a hindrance, because the more I'm confident and I kind of put that out there, I see people's interests kind of open up, and I don't get that crazy of a face when I say something about the show or what I'm doing or how I'm hanging out with my friends and spreading information. I get more of intrigue than anything. I don't think it's hindered anything.
Right. Exactly. That's perfect.
I think for me, I've actually had a lot more fun with it, because with the more that you know, the more that you learn, and the more that you progress into the kink lifestyle. At least for me, I would say, like, I find the joys in the little things. So you know, you can go out. Hey, could you get that for me off the shelf? Hey, yeah, could I have 2 McDoubles, a medium Coke?
We're on a drive-through. What happened?
I forgot. Wait.
How did you get here?
No, I'm just saying the servitude part. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying you find joys in the little things. You know
okay. I get it. Got it. Because you ain't getting nothing through quarantine. Got you. Cool.
Just say you get it where you get it. You know,
that was a leap.
McDonald's like, get me a Coke.
Nah. It's not a leap.
Sauce.
It's not a leap. You know why? Because you make sure you don't order everything at the when you go drive up to the window, but like, hey, could you add? You have a whole nother order for them. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good way to get your food spatting.
Right, exactly. Remind me never to go through a drive-through with your ass.
Yeah, no. I just need. I'm starving, but I'm
coming with him tonight, man. Kate's coming with him.
Like,
as long as ain't no hairs,
folks. But
All right. So it's opportunities that are. Repeat the question for me one more time.
Threw you off.
Like,
sorry.
what opportunities have you had, being in the kink community, and what opportunities have you missed out on because you're a part of this community?
Okay. I don't think I've missed out on any opportunities being a part of this community because I'm not really involved in my personal life with things like church, or things where people could cast a whole lot of judgment. I'm an artist. So most of the people I deal with are pretty open-minded. But opportunities, well, SafeWord has been a huge opportunity. It's been an opportunity to meet a lot of really cool people. I mean, I get messages on the daily. It's just become a really great space to even find other kinksters. So thank you guys for being here, and to be able to communicate on that, because it is a big piece of my life. And yes, it's not something that you can talk about in mixed company. And why? So I'm, like that's the opportunity that has presented itself with starting this, because there isn't a whole lot of like, oh, I'm kinky, so let me gain an opportunity from this.
Mm.
There's
No, you know what? I have found that I do talk about it a lot more in mixed company now.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're more
Like, I don't
comfortable
care
about
who. I'm
it's
just
what
like,
you're doing on a daily.
hold up.
It's not just a side gig anymore. It's something that we're doing on a
Mm-mm.
daily because we're producing content. We're putting out videos.
Sure.
We've got, it's consistent. So it becomes a even bigger part of your life than like maybe what you were doing before this. You were involved in kink and it was discreet and it was behind closed doors and you might have talked about it with a close friend or someone understood, but you weren't going to
Mhm.
talk about it at a family function. But guess what? Now that SafeWord's here, it's very easy to sit there and look at your parent and go, yeah, well, I'm doing this, show on
You
kink.
can see it on YouTube.
You can see it on YouTube, and it's professional. It's put in a better light per se for people to accept, social constructs to accept. But that's what we're trying to do is break down that taboo door.
Yeah.
So
We're explaining it in the way that we see it, not how the world sees it. Because if we take everything on how the world sees it, I think we'd be kind of real lost.
Yeah.
And the way we see it is all different, but it's all beautiful nonetheless. And we hope that you guys see that in our visual concepts and our conversations and how joyful we kind of are talking about this and how free we feel. Hopefully y'all can get a piece of that. That's all we want to share.
So, I mean, do you want to follow up with that, Kane? What's been your opportunities or non-opportunities?
Honestly, when I thought up this question, I was really thinking that there was going to be a lot more of like, oh man, I missed out on like a job opportunity, or like, I was looking forward to becoming a teacher, and because of, my lifestyle choices, I've missed out on this. Me personally, I used to be a mentor, and I used to mentor, teenagers, as far as I used to be a part of a church community. And that was something that it was always just it was always kind of weird and random, because the way that I got into it wasn't because I was a regular at church. It was because I just happened to be in the right place at the right time and helping some people out. A couple other people heard about what I was doing and they wanted to get involved, and so it was simple stuff, like you hear about people doing it in all kinds of communities across the country, where it's like, hey, every now and again you get together and you teach some young gentlemen how to tie a tie, how to dress proper, how to be respectful, how to mind your manners, how to be a little bit more of a gentleman in today's society, in today's world. And it was just an opportunity to kind of get an outsider's perspective, get a younger perspective, and it was just it was kind of cool. I started out, I was just chilling out in a park one time. I was actually waiting to meet up with a client when I saw this guy getting ready for, he was an ROTC with his local school, and he didn't know how to tie his tie. And so when he got done, I mean, it would look like 4 or 5 knots, and I was just like, hey, hang on, I can't let you walk away like that. And so I tried helping him get his tie together, taught him how to tie it. He was really thankful. And then somebody else was like, hey, can you help me with mine? And so then before I knew it, it was just like a whole tie teaching seminar. And there was this gentleman who was a part of a local church that thought that it was pretty cool. And he was just like, hey, and he was like, do you think you would be interested in getting together and, helping out some of these youth with, some of the issues? Yeah, cool. I was all for it. Found out about SafeWord. And now all of a sudden that opportunity is like, hey, so, A couple of parents are uncomfortable because, you know, usually we run background checks. And I was like, that was never an issue until recently. So it was like, all right, I understand completely, you know, like it was an opportunity. It was cool. It was great to, you know, just feel like you were helping out. And afterwards it was like, damn, like for real, people still act like that.
Yeah.
And for what?
Mhm.
Like
Right.
really honestly ask yourselves for what. I mean, I hope a couple of those parents are watching right now, because if they are, I'm going to be like, for real.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
Mhm.
it's conversing. I mean, you're not out there putting, porn out there. I mean, I don't.
You're putting information out
Yeah,
there. And I think
it's sex
sad to
education.
say. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna speak as someone who's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing, but it's someone not using their own spirituality to look within themselves to tether enough gall and tenacity to ask you a simple question. How is it that you got into this? What is your level? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not everyone conducts themselves that way. That's sad that that happened to you. So I apologize, not on behalf of the spiritual community, but like, that is so sad that people don't have that. Like, where is
Right.
it in the 10 Commandments that you can't like please yourself or someone else? Period.
Right.
Because adultery doesn't say whatever. But nonetheless, I'm sorry that that opportunity was one that was taken from you.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
well, and I wouldn't even really say that it was like a missed opportunity or like an opportunity denied. It was just kind of
An
like,
aha moment that people still take it some type of way.
yeah, and it was kind of like, this is what the whole basis of this page is
Right.
about, is really,
Right.
I mean, like we say it in the intro every time, opening the eyes of our audience to the world of kink and BDSM. You know,
Right.
that it's not some just, because look at how BDSM is portrayed in like the media, in all of your entertainment. I mean, it's like it's synonymous with freak.
It's synonymous with abuse also. So
Yeah.
Right. And I think a lot of people think because you're educated or you're intrigued by something, that means you have to deep dive and you're wearing leather, hoods with
Right.
zippers and getting tied up. Like,
and you don't
because
have to
I
go
like
that
to
deep.
educate just doesn't mean I've done everything that I do. I'm very comfortable talking about it, expressing information,
Yes.
and spreading that awareness to other people, because there's no one that looks like us giving this type of information to anyone. So, that doesn't mean we all have dungeons and stuff. Some of us do, but some of us are just here to genuinely give information. So then to do a background check, they may not have background that far, because that doesn't mean because you practice something that you have to have a negative lifestyle.
Right. Exactly.
It's not synonymous with
the
two.
two
You
don't
have
the
a
two
criminal
aren't
record.
correlated with each other.
No, that
Two
doesn't
are
mean you
not
have a criminal
correlated with each other.
record. So
Yeah, there's just too much negativity centered around this, and that's what we're trying to change, is
Right.
getting that negativity out of there. And so
Right.
for something positive, I'm gonna screw with you guys for a bit, and we're gonna play a game.
Whoa, wait.
Oh wait, Remy had a question. Remy had a question.
Did you not go? I thought he went.
Remy didn't
Nah.
go.
I thought you were like the second.
You know
person.
what? My question has already been answered. Let's go
Really?
into the game. It has.
Yeah.
It has.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right. Just so you know, what have you learned through your kink journey with SafeWord? We've discussed this through the whole thing. It covered all bases.
Yeah, I guess it did. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we kind of touched on it already. So go ahead and run your game, because we about to be out. We've been on
Run
this
your
pop-up for a
game.
minute now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Run your game.
All right. So a couple of weeks ago, we said that we were going to play a game the next week, and we never got around to it. But that adds to the anticipation. It makes us all the more exciting, because I know most of you forgot what we were doing.
No, you never explained.
Yeah,
No.
we don't. That's the thing. That's the joys. We don't know how this game is gonna go. I'm nervous as heck, just so you know, because I feel like
I'm excited. I'm nervous.
Put on the spot.
Nervous.
Alrighty.
Nervous. Don't run in my
Oh
blood.
no.
Go ahead.
So, no point system, just for funsies.
Just for funsies.
But
Oh.
so I got right here. I got a die.
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
So I'll roll. I didn't have enough time to get all of you guys on the same page as far as getting one of your own. So you guys are just gonna have to trust me.
Oh,
And I'm a
Oh,
very
we're playing a
trustworthy
trust
individual when I want to be.
Oh.
okay.
So this game is gonna be like forced story time. I had
Oh.
all of you guys pick a kink toy about a month and a half ago. So if you guys don't remember it, I will remind you when your turn comes up.
I remember.
Alrighty. And so Depending on your role, you're either going to have to waste or not waste, but you're going to have to ramble on for a minute about your kink.
Okay.
You can pick a person who then has to ramble on for a minute about their kink. You can then, if you end up telling your story and somebody picks you, then you're going to what's called the random topics. I got a couple random topics, and then you'll have to ramble on for a minute on those. But we're just going to go with everybody taking a turn.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I like that better. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Who wants to go first?
I'll do it.
All right.
Remy's like, okay, Remy, keep it PG. We on YouTube.
All right. So rules are you roll a 1 or a 2. Since it's very unlikely, you get to pick a person. You roll a 3 or a 4, you're going on for a minute. You roll a 5 or a 6, you have a random topic for a minute.
Oh,
Right.
okay. All right.
All right. So
Okay.
here's your roll. Damn it. You got a 2. So now you get to pick somebody.
Okay.
So he picked someone to ramble
Yep.
randomly.
No, about what you picked.
Oh, about what you picked.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
Let's go with Sasha.
You always got
Why- how did I know?
Because she looked like she didn't want it.
She never does.
Oh God!
But I know she knows. I know she knows how to hold the conversation. So you're
Yep.
good.
So you've got a minute to talk on your topic, right? Is it a minute?
And Sasha, your topic that you chose, that you selected, is feathers.
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 Okay.
Wait.
So I'm gonna start the time. Hold on, I gotta
Red
take the
with
mask off
yellow.
for this one.
Red feather, yellow feather. Okay. Whew, let's see if I can do this.
All right, say when.
When?
Go.
So feathers are something that you can use to start stimulation. You could start you could use that in many ways. You could use your feather. I actually keep a feather in my bra sometimes, and I use that to start actually to give out a punishment. Yeah. So for like at the bar or over at the park or anywhere, I like to do it per se when in the ordering a dinner. We're ordering dinner. Just get you with the feather. Because I don't even care if the waiter sees it. I'm just gonna hit you with the feather and stare you in your face. Don't forget to ask for extra butter.
Story.
Yeah. And then when he's done ordering, I'm gonna ask the waiter, now did you get it all? Yeah. Sometimes I like to go to the gym and I go behind a random guy on the treadmill as he's lifting. You look nice today. And then I just hit him with the feather action. You know what I'm saying?
You're good. You're
Some
good.
guys on the elliptical.
Nobody gets to give me shit about the feather in my body ever again.
I took it from you so
Nobody.
I could give
Oh,
everyone
my
context for you.
Nobody. Never again.
I'm still rambling. You guys are enjoying this too much.
Oh,
Oh my god, that was good.
oh
That
man.
was fucking good. She said, I just
You look good today.
You know, and you see what the bad part is that I can totally see you doing that in the
Right, I did too.
I wouldn't
Like I
give
can
a
totally
shit.
see it going down.
Like I'm all of a sudden trying to remember
Alright,
a time
alright.
when I was in like your neck of the woods at a gym, and if that happened to me, or if I
Oh,
saw that
man.
occur.
Yeah, no. Want to hear something funny? I was with a group of friends. It was actually with work, and my boss had asked me. She dared me to tell a guy that he was hot, and I was like, "Hey, you're sweating." He really was though. He checked. He's like, "Oh, my bad." I was like, "No, saying that because you're hot." But yeah,
Oh my god.
Like you were forced to do it.
I did it though. And I did not care. It was so. I was like, "Well, thank you." Just
Oh
I'm
my
working
God.
really hard today. I was like, "No, because you're hot." Like you're hot. Like, okay, well, enjoy your burger. I tried to be cute, but
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
I'll do it. All that to say is, yeah, don't test me because I'll do it. Sasha
All right.
will go wrong.
Hey, she'll do it.
So when we go to Vegas for that'll be
I'm
my
down.
Oh
segment.
yeah. Oh yeah.
There we
go.
We're definitely traveling with a bag of feathers.
There we go.
Like,
The feather.
Yes.
It's gonna be a whole
Feathers
segment.
on deck.
Yep.
The
That is
feathers.
going down. That is.
Yep.
I think
I
we
don't
should
know
all
how
just have
quarantine's gonna
retractable.
be so cool about it, but
Real-
I'm gonna have a
real
retractable
talk?
feather on a stick.
Real talk. I think we should all have retractable feathers in our wallet
Safety
for
first, yeah.
Vegas. I'm just
Mm-mm.
saying.
Yeah,
I'm
And
walking
we should
around
just
with
make it a
peacock feathers.
competition. A
Right.
competition
I'm gonna have
where we walk up.
I'm gonna
and-
have.
just
I'm gonna have
random. Just you
peacock
have to say
feathers.
something random.
It's gonna be a fan
Electrolytes.
peacock
a fan.
feather.
You always gotta be
You know what I mean?
different.
Then I'm just stroke somebody and
Yeah,
just like
this game went south so fast.
walk
Okay, so
away.
who's next?
So
Yes,
fast.
who's
Y'all
next?
always piggyback on
All
me,
right.
'cause you know I'm gonna
Resolution.
All right, Sasha, you get to pick who goes next.
No, we're gonna go with you, Kane. How about that?
All right.
Oh,
No,
I didn't even know you had to play.
he's the taskmaster.
No,
You
he
can't
has
tell
to
me.
go.
Oh yeah, I'll
Okay.
go. I'll go.
Everyone
Okay.
expects Remy to do me, so now I have to do him.
That sounded so bad.
Imagination.
All right, so I got a random conversation. I
That's
rolled a
not the
5,
safe
so I
word.
got a random conversation on one of these 12 topics. So let's see what I got.
Random.
Damn.
All right, I rolled another 5.
So what's that mean?
Leather.
Leather. Okay.
Leather.
So I got a minute to
Random
ramble on
topic
about
about leather.
leather.
Can I add on to that? Leather chaps.
Ooh, I
Alright,
like it.
Go.
Go.
Oh, you want me to do leather chat?
Yes, yes.
All right, cool.
I know
Alright,
you can pull that
so
out your ass. Go ahead.
Give me about 3 seconds.
You get 3 seconds.
All right, I got you. All right,
Go.
so this one time, right? Went out one time with a couple of friends. We were on the beach in San Diego and was going down I don't know what it's called. Like I'm not from like coastal areas, but what is it called? Is that like a beach walk or boardwalk or whatever when it's like a
Boardwalk.
sidewalk that
Boardwalk.
runs along the beach?
Yeah, boardwalk.
All right, so in San Diego, you run into some characters, right?
Mm.
And there was this one dude there who had on some leather chaps and talking to a couple of buddies, talking to some friends and everything. And this guy rolls by and like he just kept walking by, like going back and forth. And I mean, it's leather chaps. It's going to draw some attention. So we were already talking about it. We were already giving each other like, hey, like what's going on over here? Turns out like this dude's just, walking around. We didn't know who he was or anything. And when we got to drinking a little bit, we started like messing with each other. Like, hey, somebody's got to ask him what's going on with those chaps. Right. So somebody drew the short stick. It wasn't me, but it was still like just drop dead hilarious. We were like, hey, you guys got to roll up to this dude. And you got to be like, hey man, seen you walking by a couple times. What's up with the chaps? So he walks by one more time and we're just like, hey, you got to get after this. And this dude chickened out. And we were just like, no, you're going to buy everybody's dinner unless you get in on this. So he ended up having to run this dude down and he comes running back, holding this dude by the tassels on his leather chaps.
Oh.
Right. And he was just like, dude, you guys got to hear this amazing story about this guy and this chaps. And we're like, oh, like, dude, like,
brought the guy.
hold
over
on.
here?
Yeah, you bring
Like,
the
we
guy
weren't
in the
expecting you to
chaps.
bring this dude over for dinner. We were just like, we were screwing with you. Right. So this
he
dude's
was
story
10
with
toes
the-
down.
this dude's story, and I'm already at like 2 minutes, but you got me started.
You done. You done.
All right, so y'all don't want to hear about the story with the leather chaps? Good, 'cause I didn't have one. I made that up.
If you want to hear the rest, subscribe to our Patreon.
Exactly. Subscribe to our Patreon. The chap story will be there.
He'll make it up just for you.
Yeah,
It's your turn.
I'll come up with an ending. I'll write it.
Okay.
All right, so you went. Remy, did you go?
I did. I was the first to go.
Yeah, but he hasn't told a story yet.
He hasn't told a story. He just passed
I
off.
haven't. I
Yep.
haven't.
All
Hey,
right,
that
so
was the way
Aurora,
that the
you are
dice
up.
rolled,
Oh, I'm up?
Yes.
All right.
Hopefully you get a 1 or a 2.
Right.
You got a 1. Who do you want to pick?
Remy, go.
Get him. Get him.
Remy, 1 minute ramble on paddles.
Paddles. All right. So.
Wait. Wait till he tells you to go. Once he says-
Oh, just say when.
All right. Give me 3. Hold on. All right.
That's more than 3 seconds.
Go.
All right. So basically, it was college.
Goodness, here we go.
And it was a room full of guys.
It's a lot of your stories.
All right, no
You're supposed to be going for a minute, and I have not
Yes.
heard paddles once.
paddles.
I think
All
you
right,
lost this
no.
game. He
Nah,
lost his
so
game.
okay, so no, all right, so for real, no, all right, so fraternity is a big deal, paddles and all that stuff like that. Of course, I'm part of one. So, we actually have this thing called wood parties, and wood parties is when you battle another like fraternity. You know what I mean? And you're a brother already, so it's not hazing. You know what I'm saying? Um, and basically is to see who can break the most paddles over each other before you break down.
Oh,
Who loses? Are you done or are you done?
dang.
And sometimes, people wind up with black and blue and purple
Oh my goodness.
ass cheeks, because
Mhm.
sometimes you get those paddles with the holes in them and you wind up on them like it's a bat. Ooh. I talk about we got a couple. I got some souvenirs. And then all the bros sign it, and then the other bros sign it, and like y'all lost. You know what I'm saying?
All
Who
right.
could take the most
Who can
pain?
take the most pain? Is that a minute?
I stopped the timer like a long time ago.
We
That
all
was
can
fun
ramble.
though. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
And now, just for shits and grins,
It's just
Aurora,
my
you
turn.
had floggers.
Mhm.
The
Okay, we ready?
flogging
Lined up.
begins.
Go.
Say when.
All right, go. So the first time I ever experienced floggers was from my mom. How crappy does that sound? So yes, that's my first experience
bad.
with a flogger. That's how I got into floggers. No, not really. But I got smacked with
Probably.
a flogger my very first time by my mom, and it was completely and totally an accident. Like I said, my mom is a dom. If you guys haven't caught up on that on the other lives. And so she had a 24/7. Her 24/7 was acting like a brat. I happened to be in the way trying to get something off a shelf, and they had been drinking, and she's running through the kitchen. Her 24/7's running through the kitchen. And so she's chasing after her, my mom, and just swings back. And I'm like, oh, hold up. And the freaking 24/7 runs behind me, like, ha ha, hee hee, ha. My mom's been drinking. So like the swing and the contact came. You're hitting me, not your sub. You're hitting me, not your. Yeah. So that was my first experience with a flogger.
And that's
And
a minute.
so, yeah, a minute. See, there you go.
And I think we know who won that one.
I just imagine you being this little bookworm, like, all secluded and reclusive into yourself. Oh, and I'm just saying, with like some big glasses, like out the hair, like the round ones,
Yeah.
and mom, you're hitting me, mom. You know what I mean?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know
No.
why. I don't know why. This is just
I think you want to
Why?
picture me as like the baby sub, but that ain't me, boo boo.
no. I'm talking about. I see, like, the you remember the movie My Girl?
Mm,
All
yeah.
right, that girl, like the innocent looking,
Right.
just mom, you're hitting me. Why? Like just
No,
I
it
don't know.
was more like, you get the hell out from behind me. Stop swinging that shit at me. Stop it.
Okay. All right.
I'm so, like, how much was your mom drinking if like she got like 2 or 3 swings in
She got
before
to
she
it for real.
realized?
She was just like, you stop it. And she kept the 24/7, the slave, kept popping out from behind me. Aha! And then she'd swing and a miss. Not really,
Jeez.
because she was connecting with me.
So she used you as a shield. That is
Yeah.
horrible.
Oh yeah.
Horrible. If I ever have a
24/7 livings do not use
Do
other
not use
people
kids.
as
Are
a
you
shield
serious?
from your punishment.
What?
Right.
That'll turn into a real fight.
Well, and that's pretty much what ended up happening, because she's like, you made me hit my girl, you made me.
Yep.
And that was it for her.
Wow.
She had punishment for days.
Yeah.
Well, and on that note, that's all we have for tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
I ended us off with a bang.
Yeah, like that's definitely a high
So
note.
my story won. I think that's what I. Nah, I didn't.
No, unless your mom accidentally broke a paddle on your ass, then I think
I'm
Aurora's
sure you
got
have a
it.
story like that, though.
Does brooms and umbrellas count?
Right.
I'm just saying.
No
just saying.
brooms because I've caught a broom before, but an umbrella.
Umbrellas
I
is
mean, yeah, I'll
interesting.
give you a case
It's
for an umbrella.
interesting.
Yeah, because chocolates was not in our household. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we had chanclas on a stick, so I don't
Right.
wanna-
Oh no, we got switches too. Don't let's not take it back to Nana's house. All
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You wonder why people really be having these kinks.
Yep. Where does it start?
Where does it start? You know?
Yo, do you
Insane.
guys remember there was like this old it was when those flip-flops, but like they weren't flip-flops, like the sole on them was like 4 inches thick.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
chanclas, but the sole was like 4 inches thick. They
Huge,
were like by
huge, yeah.
I think the
Back.
company was called Soda.
Yes, yes, yes. I remember those. Yep.
All right. So
Yeah.
man, my mom got one of those and she couldn't hold it because it's basically like swinging a foam block.
Yeah. The things are huge. They're just these huge shoes.
Well, those things weren't exactly well made either. The strap broke on one of them, so it was like, what are we going to do with this? My mother, the engineer, put a hammer handle in the end. And she said it was like, oh, like this will be good for catching flies.
Yeah,
Oh.
catch a yo.
No,
Catching
man,
yo.
that was for catching me.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh.
I caught that thing like twice. That was it.
That was it. Yep.
Like that, I mean, learn my lesson, you know.
Anybody ever get whooped in the tub? I'm just
Yes.
saying.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
tub.
Yes.
That is the worst.
Yes,
place.
it is. It really is.
The worst place. That's meant. That's like corporal punishment right
Yep.
there. All right. I just want child parents out there to know that when your kid gets to that point to where they need corporal punishment, catch them in the tub
Yeah.
or in the shower. Oh, you thought this was over? Be cool the whole day. The whole day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Go get it. Go get in the shower. You finish eating? Okay, I'll clean this up.
Mhm.
Mhm. That's when you get a little spirit. Ooh,
Dukes
Lord.
have that ass.
Only in
I
America. Well, come here.
I remember hearing my mom answer the phone and being like, "Oh, who was this? You're his teacher?" And I was like, "Oh, crap." Well, she ain't gonna whoop me in the bathroom. So I went and I tried to lock myself in the bathroom, except the bathroom door didn't lock. And
Oh.
I'm thinking, she's gonna wait till I come out. So I have till, you know, no.
Nope.
No.
We all have one of them mothers.
It's like trying to fight an alligator in a phone booth.
Yep.
And
Just slipping and sliding, drowning,
but
it's fine.
But you gotta think about it. By the time you was about like 13, maybe 14 years old, you realize those spankings really didn't hurt.
No. Mm-mm.
They really didn't hurt.
oh no, it was the emotion behind
it was the emotion behind
Yep.
it, right?
Yep.
Exactly. The disappointment.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now you're just like, now you gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
You know? Then that's when they figure it out, and then that's when they start hooking. Doosh. You thought this was a game?
Oh, you thought this was a game? Yep, exactly. Well, we got off on a huge tangent here.
Yeah.
I said that we were
Hey,
going
but
to
we
end
was
it
having
after
up some
the
bad
game.
memories.
But
you know.
yo,
that was
but
all
we appreciate you
good.
guys for hanging out and talking with us. I'm sorry we took so much of your time. It was just supposed to be a pop-up, but we got to talking. This is what we do here at
It was
SafeWord.
well needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was a
exactly.
little
You guys
But-
haven't seen us in a while, so we know
bad
you
kid,
appreciate
know
it.
what I'm saying?
And we will not be here on our Friday live. It is New Year's
Uh.
Day, so enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy yourself, get a toy, whatever you gotta do, but take a break, take some you time. And we will be back in the new year with new videos, new content, new lives,
Yes.
pop-ups,
Yes.
Patreons. We got
Yes.
stuff coming. Tell your friends, subscribe, like, comment, do it now, hit that button.
Facts.
Kane, you want to take us out?
I think you already
You
did.
already
but
did that.
from all of us here at SafeWord, just enjoy your judgmental parental units for one more weekend, and we will see you guys fresh next week with some new stuff.
And be
Peace
All
out.
right. No, you can't wait, and we can't wait either. We'll see you then.
Yes, and be
Mask
watching
up.
watching that social media. Watch that social media for other pop-up lives, guys, because we're coming with them.
I think
Go
the
ahead,
girls
Remy.
are actually popping up tomorrow
Yes.
sometime,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yeah, y'all gotta have to watch
Whatever.
our social media. If you want to get in on it, Remy, come on, boo boo.
Oh yeah, I be watching it for real. I be on the sidelines like,
Like I want to jump in sometimes, but I'm just like, what's this one called? Girl Talk? I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll bring you boys in on it more. Well, we love you guys for hanging out with us, and like, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Third time's a charm.